This conference will now be recorded.
So, okay, you want to go through the mail ones which you have sent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. So, are you able to see the screen?
Yeah, I'm able to see, ma'am.
Yeah, so this is what you have sent.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, let's go through it. So this is a student subject, student master table. Yep, student master data. So what is the doubt here? What do you want?
Yeah, this is my source table, ma'am, actually.
Okay.
Based on student ID, we have to insert this data into student class and student subject tables. Those are the we have on the tabs, ma'am. Student class table and student subject table.
Student and class. Okay, student and subject.
Subject table in
Student and class, student and subject.
classes, but if you insert for example, I take this first name as a Srinivas, ma'am. Okay. First, it will be inserted into student class table with a row ID 1. Okay. He registered with two subjects actually, Telugu and English. Okay. And Srinivas record will be inserted into student subject table with record number 2 and 3. Again, it goes to first table, ready inserted into student class table with row number as a 4.
Okay, so this you can do it with the SQL itself, right? So the same SQL you can put it in the SSIS and just execute it.
How we can in SQL we are unable to find that, but we didn't
You are
get
unable to
properly.
do it in the SQL. It's on the group by. You have to take the distinct SQL on the group by. On the stand, this what is called student ID. Okay, student ID. So there will student ID you have to group by it. So you'll be get a recording on basis of that. If you do a group by on student ID and subject, two groupings are required. On the class, you need only student ID and class.
Yes.
Yes. So on the subject,
Yes.
you need to group by on the student ID and subject.
Okay. When we inserting the one student data, for example, Srinivas data inserted into student class table. If deadlock happen, student subject table, it will be fail. Then it will roll back in student class also.
Yeah,
Means,
so you have to put those two insert statements wherever you are putting the insert statements in one transaction. It's not deadlock, it's like blocking. So you have to put both the two inserts in a single transaction itself. Begin transaction, you have to put it in a single transaction itself. So directly you can do it on the SQL itself. This is what I'm telling you. The SSIS, if you want to do it, you have to break this table on the basis of group by, and then you have to do it. Or we can try with conditional. Okay, you want to do it on the SSIS itself instead of SQL?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's some important task, ma'am. In production, we are also facing same issue.
Production, you're facing the same issue.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have a scenario like this in your business.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so can I show it this on Monday, because I want to show the deployment types and all today instead of wasting. Is it
Ma'am,
okay if I show it on Monday?
ma'am, it's important, ma'am. That's why I sent an email on yesterday.
Okay, then I'll mail you then. I'll mail you the pack, or I'll mail you the flow, how we have to do it.
Okay. Here, after successfully insert the Srinivas data in 2 tables, then only second data will be inserted.
So each and every you have to get committed.
Not committed actually. Ma'am, using for loop, we cannot do that. Taking for loop on student ID, we cannot insert it into 2 tables. It can be.
Taking for loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking for loop also we can do it, but you have to do the group by first. Right. I'll do one thing. I'll give you both SQL version and SSIS version both for it. And what I feel is, instead of SSIS in this scenario, go for a SQL, write a SQL on it, and then execute from the SSIS. So I'll give you both the solution, SQL
But
version.
actually, here the source data comes from one table, but in production, this is from multiple tables.
Multiple table means the single table is coming from multiple tables.
Yeah. So not single table. I'm taking the inputs from multiple tables and inserted into multiple tables.
Okay. Anyways, you will do the join and all, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not a problem. So you can put it join there after I send you the script.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am,
I'll send you the script today itself.
yeah. Can you please explain the flat file for flat file loading? Flat file loading. SQL Server to flat file.
Yesterday's one.
Yeah. Yesterday you explained like for each record we created each flat file. But
Yes.
instead of that, each record, every record will be inserted into same flat file.
Okay.
Using for loop.
Why for loop is required for that? I can do it at the same one time itself.
Okay, taking one type, taking one table and directly insert it into flat file. But okay, but my student inform comes from 2 tables. First, I have to insert the first table data into flat file. After that, same student data will be taken from the another table that will be inserted into the same flat file.
So why you will be doing in the output itself? You have to merge in the input itself. Take one source. This is my one table, table one. One source is for one table. Suppose my first suppose I have this table. Okay. So address is my one table. The other table I want to merge with it. I will be including as a one other source. Now I'll do the merge or union all. We have a integration. We can have merge or union all here. We can include union all or we can do merge. Then we'll do the union all for both the result sets. Then we'll get only one result set now.
The columns is different from one table to another table. It's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, columns. Ma'am, go through
Columns
XML
will be
file.
merged. That is what I'm telling. So here we have two cases. You have similar columns with different tables, or you have the column structure is also different.
Column structure is also different.
So if column structure is different, that is why I've selected here. We have an address wherein we have address lines. Some columns are there, and in the source we have a different columns like name, row, GD. Let's do the union all.
Yeah. Is there any common? Is there any common column, ma'am?
It has to be column, common column. It has to be there. Otherwise, all the columns will be common. So it will be like cross join. If we have a common column, okay, then the join will be like inner join kind of thing. I'll show you in any one Excel sheet. Your sheet itself.
Yeah, ma'am, open my sheet and first go to student class table. Student class table, first record copy. Copy the first record. Student class table.
This one.
Student class table, ma'am.
This is a student class table itself.
Yeah, copy the first row, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, paste into another sheet. Sheet 1. Remove header. Go to the student subject tables. Copy the first two rows. First 2 rows, ma'am. Without header, ma'am. First 2 rows, only Srinivas data. Here, below, ma'am, below. Okay. Okay, I have to receive the flat file like this for every student from the 2 tables.
It will come as, see, this is what I'm telling you. So this is, suppose this is table 1. I'm taking it as a source 1.
Okay.
Okay, this is my table 2, source 2. Now here, what is the header here? Have to put header.
No need of headers actually.
It's okay. In the flat file, you don't need a header. It's okay. We can put that. Avoid header.
Okay.
Now this is what we are getting as a 2 tables. Table 1, table 2. When I do union all merging, right? Or how it will come, it will merge on this basis. This column and this column. It will do the merging on this column. That means it's a kind of join it will do. So then the output will come as, I'll show you how it will come as output.
Hello.
Yeah. So are you able to hear me? Hello?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So the output will be coming like this.
Actually, no, ma'am.
No, I'm showing you. Wait. After
Okay.
that, you can tell me the exact requirement. So if I do directly
Yeah.
merging or union all, it will come as like this. And if we want to ignore the second standard ID, which is a duplicate, we can do it. Now what we want? Tell me. So
Mm,
what is the exact output you want now?
exact output. First, I provided a sample file like this. First data will be come from first row, and second table data will be inserted into second and third rows. Yeah, like this one.
So how will you
Like
define which column is for which column? Like this data is for which column? How will you define?
student ID.
Student ID. You will get a student ID. See, if I put this in a okay.
Ma'am, I initially taking the for loop on student ID.
No, wait. What I was telling is, so you're missing something. What I'm telling.
Okay.
So you want a flat file like this.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, so this is okay. After this, this subject name is coming after student name. So how will you like identify this is a subject and this is not a subject? The value. So what will you do with this see flat file again? That is what I'm asking. Normally
Ma'am,
in this
actually, it's a
we make
requirement, ma'am.
huh?
It was a requirement, ma'am. Actually, we are generating the reports. Actually,
So okay,
this.
you generate a report itself. What I was telling, like below 5, you will get a subject.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. First table data inserted into first row, and the corresponding remaining tables data will be inserted into remaining rows, subsequent rows. That's it. Here, one more column is missing, ma'am. After
Mhm.
Srinivas,
Mhm.
we generally mentioned as a table name. That's why we can simply tell that this row is related to that particular table. This row is related to that particular table.
Okay, and then the second
Second,
slide.
second student data will be comes from student ID as a 4 from 4.
Got it.
Is it possible to taking the for loop in SSIS?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Not for
Okay,
loop.
yeah, taking the for loop on student ID.
For table, what I have to do is so these columns here I have only three columns. Here I have 5 columns. This
Mhm.
column data type will not match with my this column data type. I think this is ID column.
Yeah, we did not mention the column data types actually.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Mm. In flat file, we did not mention the data types.
Yeah, in flat file we did not mention it, but somewhere it has to be stored, right? At that point of time, if we want to store it one table itself, the result set.
Yeah, instead of storing one table, we are
Mhm.
directly taking the 3 to 4 tables directly load into flat file. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. Yeah, we can do it this one.
Yeah, today,
Yeah, I'll send you if I
ma'am,
can put
ma'am,
the
please, ma'am, please try now. Actually, these two are the important tasks, ma'am, in
yeah,
production.
we'll do it. It's not that complex. I can do it. No problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Yeah, now I
No,
got
ma'am,
the
ma'am, ma'am,
requirement.
ma'am.
So this is
ma'am.
what the requirement is, right?
Yes.
Okay, we We'll be doing it. Let me.
Now?
No, not now.
Ma'am, please,
Now we
ma'am.
have to like no, I'll send you after this class, right?
Ma'am,
Now I have to complete
actually,
deployment.
it's important, ma'am. Please understand me, no problem. Actually, it is important, ma'am. We have a meeting at 11:30 a.m. also, based on this flat file. Actually, we are taking the data from around 20 tables. That's why I'm asking only 2 tables. If you explain how to load the from the 2 tables, we can implement that in 20 tables.
No, I have to create the table structures and all, right? I cannot do like this. I need to take a table structure, something like that, and have to do it. That is why. Yeah, okay. I need to insert into a table. I have to create one table, insert into a table, and then I have to do it. Right?
I will send you the scripts in 10 minutes.
Okay, you send me the script. Anyways, I'll reply to your mail. That is what I'm telling you. When is your time? Meeting time?
11 a.m.
11, right? There's a lot of time. It's just 8:30. Okay, so after the class, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Okay. Just send me the script of this.
Okay. Right now, I will see. Actually, I don't have. I have to prepare.
Yeah, that is what I do not want to waste time now creating script right now. That's why I'm not doing right. Because we have only one class remaining, and as
Ma'am,
per
instead of
complete it.
ma'am, instead of creating the script, we have to create the around 5 tables and directly load the flat file into Excel.
Yeah, you give the table structure the way you want it.
Okay.
Okay. Instead, you can give one table, integrate it into one table, or you can give multiple tables, not a problem. Just to prepare it and give it to me, I'll do it.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So I need to complete the session also, right? And the given time. That is also it's my duty to complete it. So yeah, you send it to me after the class. I'll send you the development.
Okay.
Okay. So today we'll go with the development thing, which is very important. So at do you know how to deploy the SSIS packages? Like in your organization, which model it is being preferred? Is it a package deployment model or is it a project deployment model?
It's a project deployment, madam.
Okay, so project deployment model means you are deploying it into a catalog, integration services catalog.
Yeah, integration services catalog.
Okay, so
But
first,
I did not.
sorry.
I did not deploy, ma'am. Initially,
Yeah,
some developers are working.
I know that now you will not deploy it in a real case scenarios. Your leads will be doing the deployments and all.
Okay.
So we have package deployment model and project deployment model. In the package deployment model, what happens is we will be deploying on the basis of packages. Okay. Packages, in the packages deployment model, we have two systems. One is the file system, or under MS, the system database, we have one more database, MSDB. Either we'll be deploying into the file system in the way of a file system or inside a MSDB. The file system comes under integration services database. So here, if you here we have integration services database connection also, right? So if I connect, it should open integration services database, but I am not able to connect it because this laptop is my organization provided laptop. It is not like allowing me to do that, but you can do it. Integration services database, if you want to connect, you have to give the connection, the server type, and you can connect to a local host. Okay. To see the packages, if we do the package deployment in a file system way. And here the packages are run in a separate window process. So this package, what happens is when we deploy same package again, it will overwrite the old one. So it's just a normal thing. It will be replaced with the old one when we do the same package. And that is why we do not have a history that how much time we have deployed our packages, like when we did the deploy the packages, and all the versions will be not there, the logging version. And we can do a single package kind of thing. We can we need not to do all the packages at the same time. We can do like package basis, like I can create like that. So I can deploy first package.dtsx first, and then I can deploy later package1.dtsx. So this is how I can handle the package deployment model. Okay, so if you see, this is a normal package we will be creating. This is a normal project we will be creating. By default, it will be creating it as a project deployment model. We can convert it right clicking on the project itself. Convert to package deployment model. By default, it's a project deployment model in the new versions of SSIS. And when we want to do convert into a package deployment model, we can do that. And the way we have to handle the package deployment model is, so first what you have to do is you right click on the control flow, you'll get a package configurations. So you have to enable the configurations, you have to add the configurations itself. This is the package configuration wizard, wherein you will be adding a configuration type, like the file, the configuration file, the way it has to be stored. Either it has to be stored as a XML, or it has to be stored in a very environmental variable, or as a SQL server. We can provide those details, and we can tell where the file has to be stored, the configuration file. Okay, if I say like this, it will be stored, and we can go to the next. I can click all the properties which I want to export. After finishing, what I'll get, if I open the package, and inside a bin, you'll get one more folder called deployment. So inside the deployment, you'll get this 3 files. One is my configuration file, the other one is the package, and the other one is the deployment manifest file. Normally, deployment manifest file, what we do is, once we get these files inside our deployment, we copy this deployment folder to a other environment, higher environments. Higher environments, I mean the UAT or the production environment. What we do, we just copy this folder structure to that server. And there, what we do is we double click on this deployment manifest. But now it's not opening. Sometimes it will not open like this. Normally, it should open on double click of this. Wizard will be opening, integration wizard will open up, but now if I do double click, it is not opening up. Something is blocking me. So what I can do is I can run there is one more alternative if it is not opening. What I can do is go to the path where these folders are kept, where these files are kept. Just go to that path, type DTS install, and then the deployment manifest name.
Okay.
Then it will allow me. Yes, it is asking me. So normally on the double click of it, it should open this one. But sometimes because I do some like blocking and all, it will not open. So you can open it from directly command prompt. So before opening it in the command prompt, you have to make sure the path is mentioned properly. Okay.
Okay.
So here I have two options in the package installation wizard. I have two options: file system deployment, SQL Server deployment.
Hmm.
So in the SQL Server deployment, if I select, what it will ask me the server name, the package path. So these folders, right? These folders are inside your SQL Server Integration Services database, not in
Okay.
normal.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Normal database will not find those folders. It should be connected to your integration services database. Then you will able to see this.
Okay.
Where is that? Yeah. Data collector, maintenance plan. So here I can create one more folder like this.
Hmm.
I can create one more folder and I click on next, but the folder is not existing because I'm not able to connect to the integration services database. So before you do even can avoid this. So it is doing the installation part. Okay, so you can check whether that is deployed or not by clicking onto the integration services database, and you can check the packages whether they are deployed or not correctly. And before that, the integration services should be restarted. So this is the package deployment model. This is not used regularly now. Previously, it was in a use, but now we are not using this package deployment model. But for the sake of
Okay.
the interviews, we have to know the detailed flow, how we do the package deployment. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Any doubts on this? Before, yeah, one more thing I forgot. Before doing the package deployment model, what you have to make ensure is you have to go to the project, click on the properties, create deployment utility is always false. You have to make it true. So when you put a true, what it will do is it will create a deployment folder inside a bin. By default, it is always true, and when you put it as a true, it will create a deployment folder inside a bin folder. Okay. So this we have to make
Ma'am,
sure. Yeah.
ma'am, your voice is not active actually from 2 minutes.
Oh, is it? Let us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine, ma'am.
Yeah, so this property we have to make ensure before doing a deployment in the package deployment model, we have to make true for this
Okay.
create deployment utility. So whenever we make it as a true, what it will do is it will create a deployment folder inside a bin. So this deployment folder was not existing earlier. It has created now. This deployment folder, when it has been created, it is created when I made this property as true.
True. Okay.
Okay, after this you have to go with the deployment and installation wizard. So
Okay.
this is all about package deployment model. So now we'll come to project deployment model, which we use it regularly. So before
Okay.
doing a project deployment model, we have to go to the SSI like SSMS and see if the integration services catalog is configured or not.
Okay.
Go to the integration services catalog here, right click on it, and there it will come as create catalog. As I already created it, let me delete it and show you from the starting. So normally, if the integration services catalog is not configured, you will see like this. Now we have to
Okay.
configure. Right click on it, create catalog. What happened? Right click on it, create catalog. So we have to create
Okay.
a catalog for this. So the name of the catalog is SSIS DB by default, and you have to give some password to it. So this is must. Give some password.
Okay.
So
Okay.
normally you can give the same password this password is for your database. The same password is
Mm-hmm.
better. Otherwise you will forget it. So put the same password which is used for your database itself.
Okay.
Now click OK. So SSIS DB has been created.
Okay.
Inside SSIS DB, I'll create one folder to deploy my package. Like I'll create something like this training project.
Mm.
Something like that I've created. Just normal folder I've created. Okay. So now the configuration is done on the catalog part. Now I'll go to my solution. What I'll do is deploy. Right click on the deploy.
Mm-hmm.
A deployment wizard will open. Integration services deployment wizard.
Okay.
So now go to the next. So it will ask me whether you want SSIS in SQL Server, or you want to deploy it in Azure Data Factory, which is in the Azure related thing. So I want in the SQL Server itself. Go to next. Give the server name. Connect it. The
Okay.
server name is connected. Now go to the browse and select the
Mm-hmm.
one which you have created a folder inside SSIS DB.
Okay.
Select. Now go to next. So before giving a path, you have to check the connection.
Okay.
Go to next, deploy.
Okay. Ma'am, you did not provide the database connection server name, but where it can be deployed.
I have provided, right? I have put dot because I'm using local host. I'm putting a dot.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, if it's right, if it had been a server, I would have put a server name. But as I am using a local host, so dot is equivalent to local host.
Okay, ma'am.
Close. So now I'll check. Well, refresh. Let's check whether my project, see, and inside a training, we got two folders, projects and environment. Inside a project, there is a training. Inside it, this is my project name. Inside my
Project.
project, there are some packages. All the packages came up.
Okay.
So there is one more folder apart from project is an environment. So what
Mm-hmm.
is this environment? So environment is the parameters which we provide to run a package. Suppose those packages are parameterized. We are passing some from date to date kind of thing to a package.
Okay.
So what
Okay.
will create an environment here. Suppose I'm creating an
Mm-hmm.
environment. I've created an environment with training dev. Now
Mm-hmm.
I'll open that. I'll go into the variables. Now I'll give the names, like if it is a start date and end date, I'll give. And here I'll give a value, something like
Mm-hmm.
this. So what every time it will consider
Yeah,
these values as a
ma'am,
parameter.
these variables already provided in package.
Sorry.
These variables are already provided in SSIS package.
Yeah, this is a parameter to SSIS. So when the package is parameterized, when we are using parameters in SSIS package, those parameters we will be mentioning here with the values.
Okay.
So these values will be passed to the package as a parameter value, and it will consider these values and it will execute the package. So on Monday, that is what I'll be showing you how we'll do it. These all things we can write in one script. I'll show you that. That is called the automation. The automation part on Monday, I'll be showing you with the script, and I'll provide you with the script. If you want, you can change those names and all for your packages and all. Okay, just you can change the names and the parameter values. That's it. You can reuse those scripts, automation script. Okay, I'll provide you the automation script. So this is how we will be deploying into it service catalog. So this is a project deployment model. So after deploying into a project so integration services catalog, what normally we schedule a job, we create a job, we include this package name inside a job, and we schedule the job. So how to schedule a job and how to create a job, I'll show you. In the SQL Server agent, normally SQL Server agent is a disabled, you have to enable it. Okay, you have to restart the services. Yeah, I have started the services for SQL Server agent. Now I'll create a job, new job. Here I'll do something like train. So this is my first steps, what I want to do in the job. I can create a new one. So in the job, I'll be taking the type as SQL Server Integration Service Package. Got it? Just have training package execution. SQL Server, so it will run as a SQL Server agent service account, and it will ask me to select. Sorry. I should have put dot here. Okay. So it will ask me, I'll give you, we have to give the credentials on the server. If it is a SQL Server authentication, we have to give the username and password. It will connect to the server, and it will ask us which package we want to create a job for, which package. Suppose I have put a package audit, we can select that. So it will take it as like this. And then the configuration part. So there is one parameter project. Yes.
Instead of selecting one package, I have to run the entire project. So we can do that.
Entire
Project. Entire all packages at the same time.
So you have to create a parent package. You
Okay. In
cannot.
parent package, we have to pass the all packages. Right?
Yes. Yes. So we have a task called execute package task, right?
Okay.
Inside
Okay.
SSIS. So create a parent package, and with the help of execute package, you just link to all the child packages, and
Okay.
you can call the parent package like this, or you can
Okay.
give me the package name, not the project name.
Okay.
And one more important thing is, If the SSIS is running with 32 runtime, you have to check this. The SSIS package should run with 32-bit runtime, otherwise it will fail. So
What is it
you have
mean?
to make sure in my package, so what it is. So if this is false, run 64-bit runtime is false.
So it's a
That
32-bit
means it
runtime.
is running in 32-bit. And in the job also, I need to check that checkbox that it should run in a 32-bit runtime.
Okay. Where, ma'am, one more time show me the properties.
Yeah, sure. Right click on the project, go to the properties, go to the debugging, configuration properties, debugging. Here you have.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so
Okay,
this is,
now
if we want to have a logging level also, we can have a logging level. We can put it, but this will decrease the performance of the job. So better go to the basic, and that's enough for us. Just click OK.
Ma'am, you check. You marked
Sorry.
as a 32-bit. You marked as a 32-bit.
Yeah, I've just checked it. I'll not run execute right now.
Okay.
I'll not execute. I don't think in the package also there are just a dummy task, right? I've created a dummy task. I'll not execute it. I'm showing the process. Now, after creating the steps, in the step, what I have did, in the first step, I have created a package. Now, I can execute one more package inside this single job itself. So previously I have put in the step 1 the package audit. Now I can put another package. Go to the configuration. Okay. And 32-bit. Okay. Oh, did I put bank? Okay, blank. Training package 2. So what I'm doing is, here in the first step, inside the same job, in the first step, I'm executing package 1. In the second step, I'm executing a package 2. So what does this mean? This is, I'm making it as a dependent package execution. That means when this package succeeds, then only a package 2, like step 2 will be executed.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will not be executed. This is called dependency. So when this package succeeds, then this step will be executed. So here we have a selection. Go to the next step, go to the next step.
Yeah. On
Okay.
success.
On success.
What is meant to go to the next step means?
Quit the job.
Okay.
Here we have options.
Okay.
Go to the next step, quit the job reporting success, quit the job reporting failure, go to the step 2. If I have 4 steps, I can even jump from step 1 to step 4 here, like this.
Okay.
Even I can do that. Even though they are all mentioned as a step wise, but I can jump from step 1 to step 4. Like, understood? Even for the failure action also, we have a drop down and we can select.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, in the job edit, go to the advanced property, you will get these properties and drop downs.
Okay.
Now I have created a steps inside a job. Now what I'll do is I have to schedule it. So new. This is the job schedule window. Here I'll write training job. Now this can be a recurring or it can be one time. Recurring means it will happen every day at the same time, the time which we'll mention here.
Ma'am, can you show me one more time? Go back and show me how it can.
With this one,
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
the schedule. Go to the schedule
Okay.
tab, new.
Okay. Okay.
The frequency we can write whether it should the job should run weekly or it can be daily. So daily, every day, recurs
Okay.
every month, daily it will run. At what time it should run? Should run. We can even put the time also. So daily it will run at 9 p.m. Okay, so this is what we can do and put recurring. That means it will be run daily basis. If I put one time,
Oh,
that means only one time today. If I put tomorrow's date, so
it
only
will run
one time
tomorrow only.
it will run at 12:51 p.m. That's it. If I put recurring,
Okay.
then I'll get this, the frequency and all options.
Okay.
So I can here put the scheduling like daily, weekly, monthly. How do we want to schedule the job? And then the start date, end date, only for 3-4 days it should run. If that is the requirement for me, I can put start date and end date. So after this date, the job will be disabled. The job will not run. Understood?
Okay.
Now if I put OK, so job has been created. Even I can create an alert on this. So if I want an alert, I can put alerts and raise it. What is the message text? Job failed, something like that. Include an error in the email. I can put an email also. So normally this job configuration and all is done by the DBA itself. What we want, we have to is a script.
Okay.
In the production, we will not be able to create in the production. Nobody will give us access to the SQL Server agent and to create a job for the
Okay.
developers. Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what we have to do is we have to send the job script. Suppose this is the job script. Suppose I have created a job in my development server. I can get the script out of it. We can get the script as there is no action. Let's see. I'm not getting, as there is no action, it is not coming up. You can get the script from here. Get the script.
Okay.
Then do the changes, and then we can give them provide the script, the job script to the DBS so that they can enable it in the production server.
Okay.
And the job can be in two states, enable or disable. If it is a disable, we can disable it like this. The job should be disabled. I do not want the SSIS package to be done. So we have to, the job is enabled. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Any doubts till now? If I check, I covered everything: project deployment, model, job scheduling. Okay, anything till now? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
So clear, right? The deployment process.
Yes.
So yeah, what I will suggest is, as you're already working in an organization, but you should be prepared for other interviews also. So in that way, you have to get prepared. And the deployment process, if you tell them, if you explain them the clearly deployment process, It will be like you'll get a good impression on that. Okay.
Okay.
So normally people are confused, like freshers, right? They are very much confused on the deployment, how these are deployed. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'll again, if you want to see it again tomorrow in the next class also, I can show it to you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Great. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So
I
yeah,
will send you the scripts, ma'am.
yeah, you send me the scripts as soon as possible. As you send it, I'll do the development what you need. Then I'll share with you. Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, before 11 a.m.
Yeah, you
Actually, we
send
have a
me.
meeting.
Yeah, then you send me the
Okay.
script right now.
Okay, ma'am. I will send.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.